My boat! After everything, everything! S- Splat? Where are you? We need to talk. We need to talk. After everything I've. There you are. God! Splat? Are you kidding me? I'll. Ugh! After what you did last season, you think that you can just run away from all of your problems. Not again. Not this time. Not ever again am I letting you do that. Splat? Where are you? Ugh!
Aggravation on the boat isn't really becoming.
Ugh. Not you. Not you. Anyone but you.
Yes, me, but this is my boat. You should be very much aware of that.
Why is it here?
You mean your other half?
That thing, yes.
Hmm. Haven't heard haven't heard you insult them like that in a while. Splat is here because they wanted to seek some refuge. I offered my boat, and they set up here.
Listen, that. It doesn't deserve refuge after what it's done. After what it's done to me. You care about me, right? After what it's done? You see this crack on my head? That
I
was.
see it.
That was their doing. No one on this server is safe until it's gone or put in prison or something. I don't. I don't feel safe anywhere. Not with that around.
Hmm. I can remember a time when we would port on the docks and people would treat you and my husband like monsters. Yet my husband used to tell you something. No matter what happens, you're okay.
Because we have each other and all that. Ah, that's so. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
But what am I supposed to do when the
yeah.
things that I love, care about, and put my time and effort into do stuff like this to me?
Well, you can either hold resentment forever or you can learn to forgive. Come on. You know, when you were younger, one of the few ways that I was able to keep you calm was this.
Sweet berry pie.
Oh, yeah, you used to say the most funniest things about it, talking about how it was basically your rum. Schlig would always laugh at that. You two would sometimes separate, fight over who gets the last piece, and each time Schlig was there to pull you apart. But then he was able to put you back together, and he would always tell you that you're stronger together. Yes, you have different views. Yes, you sometimes hurt each other. But at the end of the day, you two work so well together. I understand Splat hurt you, but you also hurt Splat. I know you don't remember much, and I know I probably seemed like a crazy person to y'all at first.
Bits and pieces. They come to me in horrible, horrible nightmares. Nightmares about the ocean. Nightmares about trauma and.
I lost you during the storm. It was this boat right here. It was after the death of Schlig. We were sailing, and in my grief, I forgot to pray to the oceanic spirit. I guess in some form of karma, you were thrown overboard by the ocean. You kept on saying how there was a sail loose and that you wanted to fix it. I kept on begging you to come back down, to stay below port. But you didn't listen, and in a way you saved my ship's life, but I lost you. And I searched for so long. I found you, and for a while you didn't remember me.
But things have changed, you know?
Yes, change is change is a thing of the world, part of it.
I've
It
changed. And
happens.
I. Thanks. I. What are you hoping to gain? Because I'm. There's no way I'm the same person that you remember.
When you were younger, you would have nightmares, and you would always ask, what happens if I'm not the same form? What happens if I'm not me? And you probably don't remember this, but I made a promise to you a long time ago. No matter what form you take, I will always be there for you. Here, let's go say hi to Schleg. I'm sure he would love to hear your voice.
Would you want to see me like this? Broken up?
Oh, he has seen you in worse situations.
I hate swimming.
Sorry. My boat can't exactly get close. She's a bit too big.
Uh, hello.
He's probably making fun of your awkwardness right now.
I'm having a hard time remembering what he looks like.
Hmm. Handsome, ugly, rotting, had the most stupidest smile, said the most stupidest jokes. But half the time, he had a major resting bitch face.
Hmm.
People were always scared that he was glaring at them, when in reality, nothing was going on in his head. He was probably just thinking about what to make for dinner, and to think if he can sneak you a slice of sweet berry pie underneath me. When he died, you and Splat splitted for a long while. Nothing I did could get you back together. I couldn't convince you to like he could. I struggled, and in doing so, I put a lot of pressure on you both. I'm sorry about that. I wasn't exactly the best caregiver after that moment.
I should have done a better job of keeping it all together.
No,
I mean, you were also struggling. You shouldn't have had to take care of whatever I am.
but I wanted to. That's the thing. And Schleg used to tell you this. You two separating is the one thing that people can't do, and it's what makes you even more amazing. Because while, let's say, someone is having inner turmoil and their brain is going back and forth, and it can last for ages, yet you can separate and you can talk to each other. You can figure out how to approach things better. He would always praise you, and he would also offer for you to just separate, to take time from each other. Come back when you feel ready. Which is very corny for him, not gonna lie. He sucks at emotions. Yet he always knew what to say for you two. Here,
Whoa.
it's his. You used to talk about how much you wanted it. Now that he no longer has a need for it, I figured you should have it. And yes, it was you, Tika, not Splat. You're always interested in how a sword of blood could actually move. And
Thank
he would always tell you, don't touch it. Not
you.
yet. And you would beg and almost complain, why? Why can I not touch it? Why can I not see it? And he would say, because you're not old enough. And of course, you would retaliate and say, I'm a skeleton. And then he would snap back and say, you're a young skeleton. And then you both would go into a bickering argument of how age works, and I'd just be sitting there with Splat on my lap. But at the end of the day, he made one promise to you. Once I know that you're old enough, it will be yours. So it is yours.
I don't know what to say. I.
You
Do I.
don't have to say anything,
Thank you.
of course. Now, regarding your argument with your other half, tell me exactly what happened.
It's. It's all so fuzzy. I don't know if it's because of the stupid memories or if it's because my brain is damaged. I don't know. All I remember is stupid laugh and heavy objects and founder. No,
Founder.
I don't. I hate my. Oh, it's so hard to think. All I know is that it hurt me, and it laughed at me as it did.
Hmm. Well, maybe it's time to learn the other half of the story. If you can. I understand memories are weird. All of y'all are suffering from some kind of twisted game the gods are playing. Maybe it was another twisted game in the past. Either way, you two need each other. Yes, you can work separately, but at the end of the day, you miss out on being whole. You once told Schlig that when you separated, while it felt good, it also felt wrong. One time you separated for so long that you started lacking in certain aspects. Splat started losing the ability to speak. You started losing the ability to just feel.
I see. I feel like I think more clearly without the emotions of it or Splat holding me down.
Hmm. Yeah, I could see how that could work. But you do know your empathy comes from Splat, right? We found that out a long time ago. We were in a town, and there was a public execution. I wanted to drag you away from it, so did Schleg, but you pulled away from Splat because you were just curious. Splat ended up crying that day. You just kind of stared. When you came back together, you finally realized what happened. You apologized to Splat, but you never apologized when you were separated. And then there was a one instance where Splat pulled away from you. Their emotions were too much. They couldn't think straight. But when they came back to you, they apologized, and you could think straight again.
Okay, I get it, I get it. Conversing with other people, empathizing, all that stuff, it's not really my forte. But
Yeah.
Splat, as much as I hate to admit it, really knows how to pull in a crowd.
Oh, definitely. You should see how the times that Splat would drag the other crew members into a dance. It's gonna be okay.
I'll talk to Splat when I find them.
Sounds like a plan to me. By the way, I hope you do realize that you were technically my co-captain for a while.